welcome to the first review of the recent week of my October reviews. And today I will be reviewing the book Dark Matter, A Ghost Story by Michelle Paver. The story revolves around this British man called Jack Miller around the year of the 1930s, the end of the 1930s, who is quite struggling in life. He hates his job, he doesn't have any friends, and he had to give up physics college, which was his passion. Both his parents died of tuberculosis. He was dealt a very bad hand in life, but he got the opportunity to go with an expedition group to the Arctic to study and mostly do meteorologist reports. And after some questioning at the beginning, he doesn't really want to go, but it's like of a lifetime chances, so he ends up deciding to go. As the title of the book, A Ghost Story, suggests, this place where they ended up going, it's haunted. Um, the haunting elements of the book does take a while to start appearing. It does take a while for them to actually get to the place where they are going to be staying. It's a place called Grunken. I may also mispronouncing that, but as far as I know, it's a fictional place. It's in Norway, which, well, this exists of course, but Grunken is a fictional area of the Arctic. Um, and they started as an expedition of 5, but they start losing members. Now they're dying, but one of them gets sick right before the expedition leaves, so he cannot go. One of them gets injured in the boat in their way to Grunken, and at the end of things, just 3 of them actually stay in Grunken, which is Jack, the protagonist, and the one narrating the story through his journals entries. Gus, which Jack has a very strong liking to, and Algie, which is Gus' best friend. And Jack kind of has an animosity towards Algie, but not something like trying to kill each other, just like he gets on his nerves. But through the entire voyage from England, Norway to Grunken, there's always this sense of the people that are from Norway, that are from the north, and are used to the Arctic, do not like this place. They don't want to sail a ship there. They don't want to take people there. And there's a lot of superstitions surrounding the entire place. And when they question the captain of the ship about it, he's always a bit uneasy. He doesn't give straight answers. He just says it's a bad place. Um, when they do get to the place and they are setting camp, everyone who is from the ship, from the crew, they don't sleep on the place. They go back to the ship to sleep on the ship. But it does take a while to we actually start seeing any haunting elements. The first night of Jack there, he does sees something, but he thinks it's just somebody of the crew that was taking a while to leave on the ship. So he doesn't think much about it, even though everyone tells him that was not one of the trappers. So sealers, I mean, there's not one of the sealers. So this is the first apparition of this ghost of Grunken. Keep in mind, this is a short book. It's less than 200 pages, so it's quite of an easy read. And since it's all narrated in journal entries, I think it's quite it's something that you ended up reading very fast. At least for me, I did get quite involved and was not putting the book down. Also very important element, there are huskies. There's a pack of huskies, and as resilient as I am to horror content, every time the huskies were on page, I was like, please, Mr. Ghost, do not kill the huskies. Yeah, put animals in any horror scenario and I'll be like, no, please let the animals survive. Um, but it does takes its sweet time to actually hauntings to start to appear. They start to get heavy when Jack ended up fully alone in Grunken because his friends need to leave. Uh, Gus ended up having a problem with his appendix and he needs to be transferred to the city and somebody needs to go with him, so Augie is the one that goes. And even though Jack at this point is already terrified of this presence or supposed presence that he's seeing, he doesn't want the expedition to fail just to impress Gus mostly, so he stays. And will probably regret this choice for the end of his life. So it's a more lighter read. So if you want more something slightly more cozy but not super chill to read this Halloween, I highly recommend Dark Matter. I enjoyed it a lot. It's relatively short, as I already mentioned. I don't think it's heavy on the horror elements. The pacing it's is slow, but it fits the story because it's followed, as I said, a journaling, and there's nothing gory, super gory. Even the description of how the killing happened, it's not in gruesome detail or anything. Um, there's nothing very triggering about this novel, and it does goes on the lighter side of horror. It plays a lot on the loneliness of and the paranoia that you may get from not seeing the sun or being isolated from society for miles, any type of communication, because again it's set in the 1930s, so there's not mobile phones. All that they had, it was a Morse code machine, and even sometimes because of the heavy snowstorms they cannot get to the machine, so it plays a lot on the isolation. uh, Horror. The ghost part, it's less so. It's a second thought. At least it felt like that for me. I highly enjoyed. There's a very cute dog. There are huskies, which are my favorite breed of dogs, so I may be biased. But there is Isaac, which is the cutest dog, and the characters are quite interesting. So I will give this book 8.5 out of 10. And yes, I highly enjoyed, and if you ever read it or you do plan to read, please let me know what you think or what you thought about this book. Hated, loved it, or any recommendations that you have that is similar to this book, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, see you on the next video.